Check. All right. We are looking at our first 2-point perspective drawing, and we're going to do the letter U right here, or of some sort. Now, with a 2-point perspective drawing, you can measure on two of the axes, where the 3 inches is at up and down, and where the 3 inches of left to right. Those are the two spots that you can measure on. So we're going to start off by coming over here and drawing straight up and down at 3 enter. And then I got to go to, we're going to go to 30-degree angle because that's where the vanishing point. There's a vanishing point at the end of this red line, and there's a vanishing point at the end of this red line. So we're going to go ahead and do a shift comma. I'm going to go at -30. So no matter what, it'll give me that angle. And then I'm going to go ahead and type 12. So that is my vanishing point line going that direction. I'll go ahead and even change that one red so it's the same as the one in the upper left hand corner. Now we're going to go ahead and make the box, if you will, for the U. So we're going to come over here and we can measure on this point as well. And I'm going to go 3 enter. Now I can go up, but I don't know how far up I can go because I got to use my vanishing point for that. So I'm just going to come up a little ways there. Doesn't make a difference how far you go. Now really what, in a 2-point perspective, what you have is you can measure on the view going left to right. So there's, you're going back to this piece. So now what we've got, and it's not dimensioned over here, but it's 1 inch to the left, 1 inch down, 1 inch in the middle, 1 inch up, and then 1 inch over. So to create that U, we're going to use 1 inch for everything. So I'm going to be able to go 1 inch this way, 1 inch straight down. It's going to go 1 inch back to my vanishing point. And then up. So I've got my U looking going on here. I'm going to go ahead and trim this out. My mouse is being funky. So really at this point I'm almost done using my left vanishing point, which is again why it's the 2-point. So the other vanishing point is just like a one view that we did earlier. We're going to go from the bottom center of this piece, and again the way that I'm having you do it is we're going to do a shift comma 30 enter, angle of 30, and we're going to go back at 12, and that's my bottom center for my second vanishing point. Now just like in the 1-point perspective, we're going to do the exact same thing that we've done before. We're going to go from each point back to the vanishing point. Almost got it. And then the last one would be going to this little edge right there. Now just like the 1-point perspectives, we can measure then on this bottom center line right here, going back to the vanishing point in this corner. I believe I went back 6, so I'm just going to hit the line button here. I'm going to measure on this line only. I'm going to go 6 enter. I might have went a little bit further, maybe I went 10, but I'm going to use 6 because I just said it. And then we go straight over to the right. go straight up to where it intersects that first intersecting line, and then we'll go back to our vanishing point this way. Now really we're only missing one line in here, and then we got to trim a bunch of stuff out. And that would be this line right here going down to there. That's that back of the U. That's basically this line right here transferred back. So now let's hit the trim button. Got everything selected, right click. So I'm going to start trimming things out. And then got to get that little middle part here of the U out. Whoops, I got to get one more, which is this one right here, and I got to pull that one back. Or I could have trimmed it, for that matter. Now if we go ahead and erase out these two lines in there, I can erase the bottom center line at this point. You'll see that that one is very similar. I only went back 6 on this one, and I went back 10 on this one, I think. So we'll just go ahead and go with the 6 there. And that is your first 2-point perspective drawing.